What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Blue Gaming. Today I'm going to give you my horror playlist. These are going to be some of the top 10 horror games that you can play during Halloween. I'm probably going to be watching The Purge, that's one of my favorite Halloween movies, or going back and watching Saw before it got crappy, and then playing some video games. So I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope y'all take my advice and check some of these games out. Since it is Halloween, everybody has to get scared. I mean, you got to at least get scared one time during Halloween, even if it's like I'm sorry about that, but let's get into the video. The first game on my list is going to be Outlast. If you've never played Outlast, this game is so freaky. You don't really have any weapons, you just have this night vision, but the really scary part is in first person. So make sure the first thing I want to iterate, make sure you're playing these games in the dark with headphones on. This game is a first person game, so that really does make it scary already. And being able to like barely push open doors and you hearing these creepy sounds and stuff like that, the game is very scary. So check out Outlast, it's very cheap. If you haven't played Outlast already, it's the perfect Halloween game. I'm trying to get through both of them. There's Outlast 1 and 2, and the games are just so scary, it's hard. Another scary game that I think you should play is Dead Space. Dead Space was a fantastic game. The necromancers in that game were so vicious, and you had this plasma cutter where you would cut off their different limbs. And I think Dead Space was really, really scary, especially when you cut off their legs and they're still crawling towards you and you have to cut off their head. The game was really great. The next game on my list is going to be PT. It was a game by Hideo Kojima, the maker of Metal Gear. He was supposed to be coming out with this game and unfortunately got canceled. I know a lot of people are sad and depressed that this game didn't come out, but I still think that if you played that playable teaser, it probably did better than the game would have actually done because of the hype around it. It was very scary. Okay, it was another one of those first person very scary games. It had a lot of jump scares, and it was supposed to be made by Norman Reedus. That was supposed to be your character in the game. Now we have Death Stranding coming out, and it's a whole completely different game, but it's still with Norman Reedus. This is another game that you should check out if you haven't already. Alien Isolation is the next game that I was talking about. A lot of people have told me about this game. I got to play it for a little bit, but not too much. But I was just hearing that like the alien in this game, like you're stuck on this ship and you got to escape. And the alien in this game actually has the best AI ever. Like the alien will know when you're moving somewhere, when you say something. Like if you have your microphone on and you start breathing, the alien can hear that. Like if an alien comes up to you and he's like right in your face, you have to hold your breath, because if your microphone's on and you start breathing, the alien can hear your breath. The alien was very, very smart, and it creates some of the most amazing jump scare moments in video game history. Even though the last Alien game was really terrible, this one is a definite pick for Halloween season. The Evil Within, of course, I've talked about The Evil Within before. It's just a very spooky, creepy game. So if you haven't played it already, you should check it out. There's a lot more to the game than just scare, and you know, it's a really good game. So if you haven't checked out The Evil Within, this is the perfect time to check it out. There's a first one and a second one, so check those two games out. Five Nights at Freddy, of course. There's a lot of gamers out there that have played Five Nights at Freddy. It's a very, very scary game. It doesn't come off as scary at first, but the jump scares are just so incredible. So definitely check out Five Nights at Freddy if you haven't already, because that game is pretty scary. Next game on my list I want to talk about is Resident Evil Biohazard. When I first played Resident Evil 5, I thought it was like a PT style game, and it was sort of like that. They took some aspects from PT where it was like a first person, you're in this haunted house, and it kind of did feel like PT in a way. So it was like us actually getting something like PT. It wasn't the scariest PT, but it's still a good game to play for the holiday season, especially if you've never played it before. Next game I want to talk about is Layers of Fear. I actually got a chance to play this game not too long ago. It's on Xbox Game Pass, so you can get it for free if you already have Game Pass, or you can pick it up for, it's not that much money, it's like $10 maybe, but this is a very scary game. The game starts off very slow, it progressively gets better, gets more scary as the game goes on. So make sure you're playing this one in the dark with the headphones as well, because there are some moments in there where I just couldn't even focus anymore, and I just couldn't even play the game because it got too overwhelming. Call of Cthulhu is actually coming out on Halloween, so this is a great game to pick up. It looked very scary. If you want to look at the pictures, there we go. We got some gameplay from it. It looked very scary. It's another game that I just looked at and I thought was like very incredible, and I wanted to check it out, and it was perfect timing coming out on Halloween. A lot of people have talked about this game and it's supposed to be very scary and gruesome, but I've never got to check it out. But from what I've seen, it does look that way. 7 Days to Die will be my last game that I wanted to talk about. This game is not that scary, but it's very fun. You have zombies and you're just trying to survive. Like, I think this game is an actual masterpiece. First off, I want to say Rest in peace to Telltale, because they're the ones that brought this game to my attention. Rest in peace to them. And it's unfortunate the game doesn't have the greatest graphics. It has some of the most in-depth mechanics there is. And of course, there's blueberries. Yes. But those are all the games that I have for you today. There's another game coming out called The Song of Horror, and I actually checked that game out. Check that game out if you do get a chance. I don't think it's coming out before Halloween, and I wish it was, but it does look like a scary game, so you might want to play that a little bit later on the holiday season. As I said before, make sure you're playing these games with headphones on and in the dark, because that makes the experience that much more genuine. So I hope y'all get scared this Halloween season. I hope y'all really enjoyed the video. And my name is Blueberry, and I'm out.
Gemini, woke up on the wrong side of the sheet. But really I should've been born on Halloween. I ain't no demon seem, but I do evil deeds. My daddy don't ever see me, I ain't no devil seed. I don't remember the last time checking up on me. Why you talk another album in a week? I'm a wolf, but I be dressing like a sheep. Put on my monkey